Well, hey there folks, welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here. It's time for another beer review. I'm going to do a couple of stouts out in my garden today. A bit of sunshine, although it's still a little bit chilly. There's a bit of a breeze in the air, hence the jumper on. So I thought, why not do some stouts? We're sort of still in the winter period, so to speak. So that's what I'm doing right now. If you're brand new to this channel, what else can I say? Brand new to this channel, welcome along to the Hop House. Because we like hoppy beer, we like house music. If you like either of those or both, then give us one of those. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel if it sounds like your cup of tea. Okay, I'm going to a brewery next who the beers that I've had have not wowed me. The beers I've had in supermarkets. This was from a supermarket as well. It was one for Christmas, so we're in February now, so I should have probably reviewed it before Christmas time. I'm doing a Christmas beer in February. Sorry. And it's from Brew York. I'll show you what it is. So we're looking at this, and it is from Brew York. It's a lovely can. Got reindeer on it and stuff, and some nice Christmas lights. And it's called the Fairytale of Brew York, and it's a a gingerbread milk stout coming in at 4.9% ABV. 4.9%. Now, the last beer I did from Brew York was the Tom Coco, their core stout, and I didn't like it. I thought it was nasty. I thought it tasted syrupy, a bit spirity and syrupy, and I just think I had a bad can, bad batch, bad can. It was in date. There was nothing wrong with the date or anything on it. This I picked up. I have not had this one that long actually, so this should be well in date. He says looking for a date. It's got 24 written on the bottom. Well, that means 2024. I can't see a best before on it, unless it's somewhere else on the can. Get it out into the glass. I got it about October, November last year in Morrisons, so it's not an overly old beer that I've stored for ages. But I believe this was sold to Morrisons, but it was actually the Fairytale of Brew York from the year before. Wow, that looks quite silky. Look at that. Ooh. Looks quite tarry in it and engine oily. Oh, the sun's coming back out. Good, we get a bit more sunshine. There's your beer in the glass. Not much of a head on it though, and the other one didn't either. The Tom Coco didn't have much of a head on it. Jig it around, bit of lace division for those that love the lacing. Jig, 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 jig. Using my coracle micropub glass. Works well with stouts, I think, this glass. Jig it around. Yeah, bubbles are chasing the head. It's very bubbly, like milkshakey white head, but then again, well, white head, no, it's a tan coloured head, isn't it? It's sort of a tan tight brownie, sort of beigey brownie coloured head, and they call it a tanned head, those that are into beer. It looks, yeah, it's a milk stout, and you can see that it looks quite lactosey in the glass. Go for some aroma, put that into there. We're going to give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Ooh, this smells a lot nicer than the Tom Coco. It smells like a gingerbread latte. You know, gingerbread latte that you get from like Starbucks or Costa. Smooth coffee, milky. The milkiness is there. The gingerbread's there, the richness. That smells great. Still makes me feel like I'm in winter time. I feel like I should have a big coat on or something, and I should be out at when I go to the German Christmas market in Birmingham. And there's nothing like having a nice hot chocolate Baileys thing that they do. They do German lager as well. It's very expensive. A nice hot chocolate Baileys or a German lager, and listening to a cheesy German band singing Feliz Navidad. That's when you know it's Christmas. Right, bottoms up, down the hatch. Let's give it a try. Okay, that is more. Oh, it keeps going. Oh, that's more like it. I like that. Oh, I should have got another can of that. Ooh, it's making me sort of warm up, and well, now it's Still a bit chilly out here. The sun's gone behind a cloud again, so it's a bit chilly. That's great. That's lovely. That's fantastic. What a beer! What a beer! It is a little thin on the mouthfeel. It is a little thin, but it's only a 4.9% stout. So does it make it a sessionable stout? Down the middle of the tongue, you are getting that milk, lactosey vibe to it. Like I say, a little bit like a latte. You get it's a gingerbread sort of down the middle towards the side of the tongue, and there is some roasted malt bitterness down the sides. Although it's a milk stout and it's a gingerbread milk stout, it's not. Excuse me, pardon my French. It's not too sweet. It's got a good balance. That I like it. I like it. That's got to be the best Brew York beer I've had. The Juice Forsyth is very nice. I'm trying to think if I've reviewed that on the channel. Rhubarb Streisand, it was okay. The Karma Chameleon was alright. The Toncoco was not very good. I've yet to go to Brew York when I go to York. The thing is although it's in the city centre, it's sort of, you've got to cross a bridge over the river Ouse. There's a River Ouse in York, isn't it? To get they're a little bit out of the main town where the Shambles and the Market and the Minster and Trembling Madness and other great places are. So it's a good probably 5-7 minute walk away, and I've just never made it over there, which is sad really, because I would like to go. And I'd love to try some of their beers on tap. I know a lot of my Yorkshire friends from beer groups that I'm in, shout out to the Brewskis and the Witchwood Goblins, are big fans of Brew York. Unfortunately, I haven't dabbled enough in Brew York beers. I've only done what I picked up in the supermarket, and I picked this up because it looked like a good Christmassy beer. But Brew York to me are a bit like how I was with Siren. Siren have won me round. You know, I picked up Siren beer, some of the ones I've had from Asda and Morrisons, 440ml cans, £3, your average £3 for a craft beer. And in the 4 for 3 deal, I'm like, well, if it was the free one, it'd be okay. In other words, I wouldn't buy it again. Well, not that I wouldn't buy it again. It's just quite average. So then Siren brought out a few beers in 2022. Well, one's been out for ages, the Pompomichello, but I only tried it in 2022. Then the Flex and all sorts. So basically, Siren have really turned it around and changed my opinion on their beer. And now when I see a Siren beer in a Morrisons or a Tesco, I picked one up in Sainsbury's not long ago, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll get that and review it. This is really going to change my opinion on Brew York. I think that's a good thing. Now, I'm yet one fat lad in the kitchen, well, fat lad in the garden at the minute. I'm not a brewer, I'm not an expert, I don't work in the industry, this is all my opinion. So, do I think Brew York are a bad brewer? No, not at all. Like I say, I mean, they're from Yorkshire, I'm from Yorkshire, I'm a wakey lad. I just think that maybe the ones that they put in supermarkets are probably not their best offerings, or some of their so-called core beers. Does the price go into it? I think this was £3. I don't think I've spent more than £3 on a Brew York beer. So can you really get the best beer for your money for £3? Or the best beer that the brewery can produce for £3? Probably not. Probably not at all. So that's Fairytale of Brew York. Yes, it's definitely a treat. It's a treat beer. Not something I drink every day. The ABV would allow you to have a few of these. I think if I was, say for example, if I was in York, I went up to York a year before COVID, so it was 2019. It was my stepdad's 70th, and we went round some pubs and stuff in York. Went around they had a Christmas market on, but I still didn't make it to Brew York. Went to Sam Smith's pub. We went to quite a few different pubs. Went in the Thornbridge one. Went in the Trembling Madness. There's three in the Guy Fawkes Inn. I always like to go in there because it's quite spooky. It's where Guy Fawkes was born. So there's 365 pubs in York. You can't visit them all, can you? But I should imagine once it comes round to, if I was to go to York before Christmas this year, So we're only in February now, 2023. So, you know, and I was to walk round and it was a bit cold. I had a big coat on, and me and the missus, and then maybe we went to Brew York and we were sat in their beer garden. And there was loads of, you know, big tall garden heater things on, and I'd have this, and it'd be something that I'd be like, ooh, you know, it'd warm me up. It'd be lovely. I could maybe do 2 of these. It's not too heavy in the ABV or the body that I can't, and it's a nice flavour. But it does remind me of a gingerbread latte, which I think the whole point is, it's gingerbread milk stout. Apart from that bitterness that goes down the side, the roasted malt bitterness, you don't get that in a latte, of course. So then the question is, would I have 2 gingerbread lattes in a row? No, probably not. And that's why I'm like, would I have 2 of these in a row? Possibly. Because that roasted malt bitterness, it doesn't make it too sweet like a gingerbread latte is. So possibly. Rating wise, I'm going to give that 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up, like that. Really like that. In fact, you know what? Give it 2 thumbs up on a foot. Not that I can get it in the video. So that's 3 limbs out of 4. That is a really good score. Brew York, like what you've done here. Really, really like it. Let's see what it says on the can, because it always gives you like a diagrammy thing and loads of stuff. So, spiced rating, it gives me 3 gingerbread men out of 5, like that. It says the malts are pale, crystal 180, torrefied barley, carafa 3, malted oats, crystal 400 and chocolate. The ingredients are water, barley, oats, lactose, hops, vanilla and yeast. And then on the spider diagrammy thing there, has different ranges. So it says hop, fruit, sweet, mouthfeel, bitter and malt. So it's quite sweet, bit fruity, not much hop, very malty, quite bitter, and a nice mouthfeel. Does it say anything else? Come join us for a drink at our original brewery, tap room and beer hall with 60 plus beers available. That's impressive though, 60 beers. Walling Gate in York, www.brewyork.co.uk. It says there in very small letters. Yeah, 3 limbs out of 4, Fairytale of Brew York. I believe this was originally the 2021 version, but it's gone into supermarkets a year later. 4.9%. Yeah, can't fault that. 2 thumbs up and a foot. Brilliant. Love it. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you again for some more beer reviews right here on the Hop House. Ciao for now, people. It's cracking.